and we are going to work on this project here. So kind of walk you through what I'm thinking here. First, I'm going to build the base. Okay, this bottom rectangle, it tells me that it's 6 feet from this point to this point, which is the equivalent of 72 inches. And from here, it tells me it's 12 feet 1 inch, which is the equivalent of 145 inches. So my base is going to be a 72, comma, 145. All right. Then I've got to go up a certain dimension, and it tells me that I want to go up my entire base here 2 feet 1 inches, which is equivalent to 25 inches. All right, that would give me this. Then I'm going to use a ruler and mark from this edge to the back of this line, which tells me it's 3 inches here, and that would be the equivalent of 36 inches. Once I do that, then I'm going to raise this section up 65 inches. The reason why I'm going up 65 inches and not the total 7 feet 6 inches, because this is a total, but I need to subtract that 756 inches from this 2 feet 1 inch, which gives me 5 feet 5 inches, which also is equivalent to 65 inches. All right, let's get started with that, and then I'll kind of walk you through how I'm going to do the circle. All right. So to start off with, let's create a rectangle, and let's use the rectangle feature over here. I like to start on the corner, and as I stated, 72, comma, 145 looks great. Good start. Okay. Next, I'm going to come up, so I'm going to use the push tool and come up 25 inches. There we go. And we got a pretty good start, so it looks pretty good here. So let's go ahead and get rid of our little character here, not necessary anymore. And once I do that, I want to use the ruler and come up 36 inches from here to inside. So I use the ruler. So come over here and come up, come in 36, and that's my mark. So I'm going to draw a line using the pencil from here to here, and now I want to go up 65 inches. So I'm going to go up 65 inches. Here's my item, and 65. There we go. Okay, so that's a good start. Okay, let's go ahead and get rid of this line. Too many lines always gets me a little confused, so less line the better. Next item we're going to do is we need to draw this big circle, and the way I'm going to figure it out is I'm going to come down 2 feet as this is indicated here, and then I'm going to come up from the base. I'm going to come up 2 feet 6 inches. So in this case 24, in this case 24 plus 6 would be 30. Okay, so let's go ahead and draw those two lines. So from the top, I'm going to come down. Where's my ruler? There it is. From the top, I'm going to come down 24 inches. And there it is. And then from the bottom, I'm going to come up 24 plus 6, which is 30. So I'm going to type in 30, and those are my points. All right. So now what I want to do is I don't want to eyeball where the center is, so I'm going to use my pencil, and where they intersect should be my midpoint. From here to here, and from here to here. So that is my midpoint. There's 2 circles, so I'm going to draw both circles before I do anything. So this particular circle says it's 12 inches, and the bigger circle tells me it's 25 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and draw both circles. So I know where my marks are. Use my circle. First one is going to be 12. Come out 12, enter. And then the second one is going to be come out 25. There we go. Those are my circles. Now I want to push my small circle all the way until it hits this back edge. Before I do that, let's go ahead and erase these lines. So when I push, I'm only pushing one object instead of 4 separate objects. Now I hit the push button, and I push it all the way till it says an edge. Now I know that it's gone through. All right, perfect. Got a good start here. Next, what I want to do is I want to push this section, but I need to get rid of some of these items. So I need to get rid of these lines, a couple of them, and then put a new line in, and I'll show you what I'm talking about here. Do this. So we get rid of some of these lines, voila. And now I'm going to use a pencil so I can mark it from here to here, here. Okay, so I'm marking some lines, and I'll get rid of my ruler mark so you can see a little bit clearer what I just drew. So you can see what I just drew. I drew all those lines, and I am now ready to push. I don't want to push here. I want to get rid of this line first, okay? Now if I get rid of that, it allows me to push. And how far are we going to push? It says that I need to push it in 1 feet, which is the equivalent of 12 inches. So I'm going to select this guy and go in 12 inches, and there we go. All right, so there we go. Here we've got the item. Looks pretty good. And I've got to come off the bottom. We see this bottom section here. We're going to go over 6 feet, which is equivalent of 72 inches. And we're going to go up how high? It's hard to see, but I'm going to use that as a 6. So I'm going to go up 6, okay? So let's go up 6 and over 72 inches. Okay, so with that being said, I'm going to look at it from here, a different angle. I'm going to use my ruler. And from the bottom, I'm going to come up 6, hit enter. And then over here, let's go ahead and get the rectangle out. And my rectangle is simply from here to here. And I want to type in 72 inches. Let's see, probably a couple different ways we could do that. I'm going to use the come out 72. I'm sure there's an easier way to do this, but I'm not quite following. Oh, that's what, because I'm going to build this and then push it in. That's why. Okay, that makes sense. Sometimes I can't tell until I start actually doing it. So I made the rectangle right here, and then I'm going to use the push feature, and I'm going to just select this and push it in. And I'm going to go in 4 feet 2 inches. 4 times 12 is 48. Add 2 is 50. So I'm going to type in 50, and there we go. That's what I am looking for. Perfect. So let's get rid of these guidelines again. This kind of makes it a little confusing looking. And so we just did this bottom portion. The last thing I'm going to do is this item right here. It looks like everything is symmetrical. 2 feet here, 2 feet here, and I got to come in 4 feet 2 inches. So 4 feet 2 inches. I think we just did that recently right here. That's going to give me 48, 49, 50 inches. So I'm going to come 50 inches from the back. Let's do that. 50 inches off the back. Select this guy and the ruler. All right. 50 inches off the back. Type in 50. There we go. There's 50 inches off the back. And we also said that it was across. It was 6 feet. So if I go halfway from here, that would be 36 inches. So that should be the center point, which it is. And it says that the radius is 12. So we just draw the circle. There we go. We're looking good. We're almost done. Let's see. I need a, whoops. Let's draw a line from this point to the edge, from this point to the edge. Get rid of some of these lines. And let's see if I can just push this down all the way through. And there you go. That's my completed project. All right, looks pretty good. You want to, as always, take screenshots. Use the ruler feature. Take screenshots of 2 different angles, so it demonstrates that I can see everything, and put it on your website. All right, group. Nice job.